Okay, our first question, buy or sell? Are you buying or selling the idea that SaaS companies should prioritize financial data governance in their growth strategy?
I'm buying.
So say a little bit more, because I do think the distinction you make in terms of governance and compliance is being a component of the broader office of the CFO for early stage founders is something they may not think about. So help us think about that financial governance that you think about, having been at the big companies and knowing what the risks are when you're a public company having to assert that the data is right. How does that play for a private company?
So if you're a private company, I think the other notion, a lot of time you want to, there could be several things to think about. First, you may want to get ready for your IPO. So you'll start working on your IPO readiness a couple of years before you go public. You have to start behaving. Going public and getting listed, it doesn't happen overnight, right? The actual listing happens overnight, but all your processes have to be there, right? You can't deliver the baby and then try to fix his room and cover all of that. So that's that. The other thing is, as we said, financial data is money. So even private company cares about that. A lot of time, private companies are also owned by syndicates and shareholders, and they would like to make sure sometimes you have a debt from a bank. So your reporting accuracy, data accuracy, governance, and compliance has to be there, but just because you have other interests. So I'd like to think it's relevant for any large company, big or whether you're private or not. I think at a certain size, you can do things manually, right? If you're like selling your first transaction, even your billing, you can do manually. But at some point, you have to automate everything to make sure you avoid mistakes and you're efficient and you're fast. And when private companies are really large, I'd like to think a couple of hundreds of millions of dollars in revenues, then you almost, for many reasons, you almost behave like a public company.
I think that makes a lot of sense, having been in a very large private company, knowing that they were intending to go public. And to your point, it was 18 months, 2 years away, and we were already starting to institute the processes, the CFO, and in partnership with the investors, were what are the set of things we have to put in place, the systems and controls, the reporting. We also started sharing less data with the employees as you start to get ready and behave like a public company even before you go public.
It's also a cultural shift. It's
Totally.
a transition that includes a cultural shift. It's a mindset that you have to be in.